Beautiful souls, welcome back, and welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zielinski, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always in all my videos, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Energy update. We are coming into two pretty big energy shifts. September 9th to October 2nd, we've got Mercury going into retrograde, and we also have a glorious harvest moon coming in for September 9th. Now, what does all this mean? Well, astrologers will describe Mercury retrograde as an illusion of the planet going backwards, rotating backwards. And that illusion of the planet going backwards puts out an energy. And that energy can be received by many of us here as a little bit disorientating. It can give us a feeling of uncertainty. It can kind of bring up a lot of questions. We may question a lot of things. It can also bring forward a lot of things that perhaps you have already worked through, because the illusion of things going backwards, that energy, that perceived energy that Mercury is rotating backwards, can bring forward things that we have already worked through, because that backwards motion. So emotionally, you may struggle just a little bit with things coming up, experiences that you've already kind of worked through and navigated through. Emotions maybe run a little bit higher than normal. The full moon brings in a glorious opportunity for releasing. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on energetically with processing things. Communication. Sometimes some of us have trouble communicating during a retrograde. And a part of the reason that we struggle with communication, again, it's that backwards feeling, that uncertainty feeling of where we're going. Now, not everyone is affected by a Mercury retrograde. Some people are not affected by the energy of a retrograde or by the energy of a full moon, and some of us are greatly affected by this energy. And I think that, for the most part, I think it just kind of depends on your own sensitivity. Now, I'm not affected so much by a retrograde. I do keep an eye on my journaling. I do keep an awareness and an openness to how I'm feeling, because I am always in alignment with learning and growing and kind of navigating through things anyway. Perhaps I'm always in a retrograde because I'm always fully much aware of how I'm feeling and what needs to my attention when it comes to things popping up emotionally. Even if I've worked through things over and over again, if I have to go back into it, then I have to go back into it, and I kind of don't just lean into, oh, it's retrograde, that must be why. But that's just me. That's just how I kind of process things. I do, however, love a full moon. The full moon for me brings a charge. There's just an energy about a full moon that I just love to absorb and take the opportunity to let go. And I think part of the reason why I lean into the full moon is that it is a scheduled event. It kind of pops up in my Google Calendar. Oh, there's a full moon. It gives me a chance to just pause for a moment, think about, what do I need to let go of? What kind of energy do I need to tap into to recharge? And I love the night sky. I'm not an astrologer, but I do love the night sky. Now, each zodiac sign is also affected very differently by a retrograde and by a full moon. So if the zodiacs interest you, do a little bit of reading and researching there, and tap in and learn a little bit more about your own zodiac sign. And is that zodiac sign affected in a different way and how it affects you? There are many different pieces with astrology, and it's a fascinating topic. Mercury retrograde is a fascinating topic to kind of observe and have an awareness as to perhaps why certain things are going on. I always look at it as an opportunity, but I kind of take all things energetically as an opportunity to kind of sit and navigate through. Interestingly enough, technology, our devices, keep an eye on when and if your devices act up at all during a retrograde. Now, some people are really leery or reluctant or will not sign any kind of contracts during a retrograde. The energy with that rotating motion or illusion that we are going backwards, astrologers do lean into precautions on signing any contracts, making any big job changes, because energetically, some people are affected by that illusion that we're going backwards. So they step back out of signing anything important. Now, me personally, I don't shy away from that. What I do for any kind of contract or any kind of change that comes my way, I always, retrograde or not, I always take it to my spirit council where I will sit and have a chit chat and feel into it. Good feels good, bad feels bad is my philosophy when it comes into leaning into how things feel energetically. I do hope that this little update on Mercury retrograde and a full moon resonated with you. You learned a little bit. What are your own thoughts? How are you affected by retrograde or the full moon? Do you have your own full moon rituals? I love releasing under a full moon. I love letting go. I love, burning under a full moon. I take the opportunity to absorb all that energy. I also love to charge my crystals under the full moon. I will do some moon water under the full moon. It's where I resonate. It's where I connect, and the power of the full moon fills my heart with a lot of excitement. As always, wishing you love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided day.